Mic check. Mic check. All right, we are good to go. What's going on, everybody? Thank you for tuning into a delayed episode of the Phase 1 podcast. It's been a hot minute since I've hopped on here, but I wanted to first off say thanks for tuning in. I appreciate you taking the time out of your busy schedule to listen to a few things I wanted to talk about. I wanted to get into some life updates, and then I want to talk about a race that I just put out for a sign up yesterday. I want to talk about the inspiration behind that project and why I'm running with it. And I want to give you all a little bit more of a better understanding and also let you know when that's going to be for 2026. If you're looking forward to it or you want to train for that, you have a little bit of time before that date's coming. And then I'm going to get into some merch that we just dropped yesterday. So we'll get right into it. For life updates, first off, this podcast is not something that I need for consistent content. So I'm willing to wait as long as needed to have healthy, organic, raw, and real conversations. That's what matters to me. So I don't want to rush a good thing. But I do think it's fair to let you all know what's going on in my world. It's been a minute, a few months. So I am getting married December 13th. We got a baby coming in March. We got a baby boy on the way. So it's very exciting, very sweet times. I keep asking if my fiance wants to jump on the podcast. She will soon when she's ready. She has an amazing story. I know that you will appreciate what she has to say and find hope from her story. Until that day comes, we will be patient, but she will join us eventually in her own time. So what I really have been focused on right now, I haven't been running any ultras. I really don't. I guess I would say my mindset is different, and mindset is weird in itself. I don't really know what that even means, to be honest. But what I prioritize in my life is just being as healthy as I can on a holistic scale. So that means not just physically, but mentally, emotionally, and spiritually as well. And every day I wake up, I want to invite God into my heart and move in me and through me and learn a lesson that applies for the rest of the day. And I try not to think about tomorrow because tomorrow isn't promised. And I know we're told that tomorrow has enough problems of its own. It's what we've seen in scripture. So I try to lean into that and I try not to be overwhelmed by too much. But I really just want to be a healthy man. I want to be a healthy partner to my fiance. I want to be a healthy dad. And parenthood is not easy. Sometimes it seems like everything is fine, but then there's a moment where everything will flip and what I thought I knew is not true. So I'm always pivoting and adapting as a dad and trying to figure out most healthy ways to parent a 5.5-year-old little woman. Yeah. So I think that's really it. I mean, my day to day, I run 6 miles a day and move my body some way. It's never perfect, but the goal is 6 miles a day. And the reason for that is just because it sounded like it would be a challenge to do every day. And that was almost a year ago that I came up with that idea and still doing it every day for the most part. There's a few days where I haven't, but such is life. And yeah, the reason for that is it is an opportunity to be patient and practice patience. And hopefully those lessons that I have learned through the hour-ish of running can apply to a situation where I need to practice patience in my my day-to-day. That's the goal. And then, I try not to have a performance outlook on life. So I really don't like to talk about the things that I do. If anyone sees a picture of my watch with 6 miles, okay, cool. But I really just don't like to talk about it. I don't know why. It's funny. Here I am on a podcast that I created, and I don't like to talk about the things that I do. What I do want to talk about is inspiration, encouragement. That's what I care about. I care about people showing up for themselves and leveraging physical capabilities to learn something about themselves and trying to be healthier than yesterday and never pursuing perfection because it'll never happen. But maybe if we pursue progress, then there's growth. That's the hope. So that's it for updates that I really want to talk about for now. For the race that we just dropped yesterday, this is on Ultrasignup, so you can go on there and register today if you would like. But I would really love to see all of you at the start line for the L.O.S, the last one standing. The reason I called this L.O.S is because it parallels with not just the concept of a race format being last one standing, but internally, what that means to me is maintaining line of sight. So it's actually more of an internal reason that I leaned into for calling this the L.O.S. So I'm hoping that'll stick. But the race concept, I'm not the first to come up with this. It's pretty popular in the ultra community. It's very simple. But what we're doing is we're going to be at a staged area in Spokane, Washington. And it's a 1.58 mile dirt track. And I'm using that to use as the race for the last one standing. Essentially, what it is, 4 miles every hour until there's only one person left standing. So you'll run a few laps and then you'll turn around at a marker on the trail, and that's going to be the turnaround point. So when you come back, you hit exactly 4 miles. So it's a really big open space. And the idea with this is building community, but also it's an opportunity to practice humility. There's only one person that wins. And also, I don't care about winning. So if anyone wants to join Phase 1 Ultra, there's really no first or last. Like, I don't give first place prizes. That is something that just doesn't resonate with me. But I will give you something. I'm making my own race buckles, depending on the race, depending on the distance, depending on the challenge. Once you hit a specific goal or a specific distance, then I'll give you a buckle that I'm creating myself. So those are going to be pretty sweet. They are a ranchero style buckle. And then I'm going to get some leather blanks, and I'm going to get the Phase 1 logo, and I'm going to stamp that on the leather blank and customize it just for you. So I think that's going to be a pretty sweet addition. But yeah, any Phase 1 mission, and what I mean by mission is an event or something that we're putting on for the community. It really leans into a few concepts that I want to lean into and want to talk about. If people are asking, like, what is Phase 1? 3 things that I tell them, and that's what you'll see with the last one standing, is it's an opportunity to train for adversity because, as we all know, life is hard and adversity is inevitable. But when it comes for us, the internal question we get to ask ourselves is, are we prepared to deal with said adversity with composure? Hopefully, we're more capable, but sometimes we're not. That's just the truth. So phase 1 is an opportunity to train for adversity. And through that chosen resistance that we're leaning into, we have an opportunity to define resilience. And we get to find out how strong, resilient, and capable and composed we can be under pressure, under stress, under adversity. And through that suffering, we're enduring and we're finding out how capable we are. The goal is that we find hope at the other end of the momentary suffering that we're going through. And it's a compartmentalized opportunity to be stressed, to be challenged, and to find out how resilient we can be, with the awareness that someday stress is coming, adversity is coming, challenge is coming. And the idea is that we're going to be a little more capable of handling that adversity, because we know that we get to reflect on what we said yes to when no one but ourselves told us that we could do it. Hopefully that makes sense. So that is 23 May 2026. I say again, that is 23 May 2026. It's on Ultrasignup. You can go ahead and sign up for that today. Hope to see you at the start. If any of you are watching this, you may be seeing I'm rocking a phase 1 hoodie. This is the Gray Man hoodie, is what I'm calling it. I just came up with it today. I thought about it for 5 seconds and I was like, yeah, sure. That's what I'm going to call it. But yeah, I just threw this up on the website, phase1missions.com. This bad boy is $40. If you purchase this, my only request is that you wear it well, you wreck it well. I would love to see you send me a picture of this thing completely obliterated, because you're training for adversity, defining resilience, finding hope on your own. But yeah, cold world out there. So keep those hoodies up, keep the chin up. That's the goal. Sweet. Oh, man. What else is there to talk about? I don't know. Probably a lot to talk about. If you're listening to this and you're feeling encouraged and courageous to reach out and have a one-on-one conversation with me while we hit record, that'd be awesome. We're going to keep it to the same format that we've been with from the beginning. We're going to talk about our stories. What that does is give other people that are listening an opportunity to relate with someone who's also hurt before. So we talk about our struggle, we talk about our hurt, and we talk about how we overcame that struggle or that hurt. And then we lean into our mission. So we recognize the hurt and pain that we went through, but now we look at what has become of that. What are we doing with what happened to us, looking at what it's done for us. So that's the mission. And then ultimately, this is an opportunity to encourage people. So we're going to do that by sharing a message. And that's an opportunity for you to encourage the hurting human. It's very simple. Not easy. A lot of what we do in the phase 1 realm is not easy, but it's simple. But it's important. So yeah, if you're feeling encouraged and you want to do that, go ahead and reach out to me on Instagram. That's probably the easiest thing. It's just phase 1 on Instagram. And yeah, reach out and we'll link up. We'll do a little meet and greet. We'll talk to one another, see if this would be something that would be good for you. And then we'll set a recording date and then we'll hit record and share your story, mission, and message with those who choose to listen, with the goal of encouraging one another and someone who needs to hear it. But yeah, again, this platform, this podcast, will practice patience, and we'll do it right. We won't rush anything that doesn't need to be rushed. But I hope you all are doing well in your own personal journey. Everyone's story is different. Everyone's mission is different. Everyone has a different message. But ultimately, my hope and prayer for you is that whatever struggle, suffering you're going through, you give yourself a little bit of time to reflect on how strong you are, how capable you are in your own confidence, but also just listening to the truth, listening to what God has to say about you. We are his children. He loves us. That's the truth. We don't have to perform to anybody. We're already loved. And if you need to hear, I love you, then I love you. I don't even know who you are. Maybe I do. And if I don't, it's fine. I love you anyways. That's okay. Yeah, I'm just rambling at this point. This is going to be the shortest podcast to date, but those are a few updates for my personal life. And then I hit y'all with the line of sight, the last one standing race on 23 May. Sign up on Ultrasignup if you want to, and then get yourself a Gray Man hoodie if you feel like it. phase1missions.com. Until next time, peace, love, keep it real. See ya.